Hello folks, and welcome back to my channel. It is, as per usual, another chatty get ready with me. And this time I want to talk about actually something that I have been struggling with for the last little bit. And that is feeling a lot of pressure to look a certain way when I am doing content creation and when I'm filming videos for you here on YouTube or on TikTok, or Patreon, or just kind of anywhere I make content. And this is actually a feeling that I've been struggling with for a while, and I've thought about making content about for a while, and I will admit it's a super privileged take, right? And that's kind of what's held me back from it. But basically, I struggle a lot with feeling like I have to do makeup and put together a fancy outfit and look a certain way to sit down and film content. And if I don't do all of this prep work to film, I can't film. So I want to start this off by acknowledging that I am aware that it is damn privileged that a complaint that I have in doing content creation for a living is being worried about having to do makeup and feeling like I can't film if I don't look a certain way. This is a privileged problem to be complaining about. And because I felt like this was such a privileged take, I really resisted talking about it publicly, but I think I'm not the only person who feels this way, and honestly, this month it is really draining on me. It is really taking a toll on me. I usually shoot to film my content anywhere from 1 to 2 months in advance, and then I edit the month before. So for example, I'm sitting down and filming this right now in the middle of March, and I just finished editing all of April's content. And right now, this will go up in May. So I'm pre-filming, pre-editing, kind of getting everything done and out of the way. And this month in particular, I have really been slacking. I have just really not wanted to sit down and film and do the content creation that I need to do. Part of this is just general life stuff. 2023 has started off with a lot of death of people that I was close to and friends and family members, and that has not been easy to deal with. Plus it's the tail end of winter, and I struggle with seasonal depression pretty badly. So come March, I am always, every single year, really burnt out on cold weather and not being able to be outside, and it's tough. So there's a whole storm of factors going on here, but a consistently big one. I feel a lot of pressure to do a full face of makeup and put together a really fancy outfit and put on fancy ear weights in order to film basically any content. And I hate to say it, I've been making content professionally for 2.5 years now. Videos where I am fully made up and fully dressed up do significantly better than videos where I am not. And at first I was maybe it's just the content I'm doing in some of these videos, maybe I need to change up what I'm talking about. And after this last year of producing content for both YouTube and TikTok and Patreon, I really cannot argue that anymore. Videos do better when I'm in a full face of makeup and when I'm wearing a cute outfit in comparison to when I just do some skincare, throw on a t-shirt, and sit down in front of a video. And that has been really hard for me to stomach and process and deal with for a number of reasons. It's kind of this difficult, almost breaking point for me when it comes to this sort of thing. I started my medical transition this year. I've started taking testosterone. So I'm starting to try and allow my outsides to match my insides and be a little bit more non-binary. And part of that has been feeling comfortable in my skin without makeup. And I love makeup. Like, when I do watch YouTube in the past, like, I've usually watched makeup YouTube and makeup tutorials. I really enjoy doing, like, fun, loud makeup looks. When I worked full-time in the studio, I would never come to work without makeup on, and I loved the opportunity to, like, I would do face gems and paint little, like, full wings and do clouds, and I just really enjoy doing fun stuff with makeup. Makeup has also always been a double-edged sword for me, and I've spent a lot of my life feeling obligated to wear some amount of makeup and feeling like I didn't look good, or I didn't look attractive, or I didn't look pretty without makeup on my face. And when I was working full-time in a studio, you would not catch me dead at work without any makeup on. If I came in with literally no makeup, like, something was wrong. I was having a bad day. Even on some of my worst days, I would still put on eyeliner, mascara. Like, I didn't feel comfortable or confident without it. And that also meant that, you know, I would wake up in the morning and look at my face in the mirror, and I didn't like what I saw if it didn't have makeup on it. And obviously, that is unhealthy. It is not good for you to only look at yourself and only like yourself when you're covered in makeup. And so one of my goals for this year, well, last year technically, with my hiatus, was to, like, learn to feel comfortable in my own skin and learn to not feel like I had to be wearing makeup all the time. And I definitely think I've made really big strides with that and feeling comfortable being out and about with a bare face. And that's great. Like, I really enjoy the fact that these days I can do a plain skincare routine, and, like, if I really want to, throw on, like, some eyeliner, some mascara, and, like, simple eyeshadow, and look in the mirror and feel, like, pretty good about myself. I'm glad that I no longer feel like I need to, like, have concealer all over my face and bronzer and blush and contour and lipstick and, like, full eyeshadow in order to look in the mirror and like my face. Also, from being on testosterone, it's kind of done two things. Testosterone has definitely helped me feel significantly more comfortable, like, in my natural body, in my natural skin, not feeling like I need to have makeup or a crazy outfit or shapewear, anything like that on. But on the flip side, testosterone typically comes with pretty bad hormonal acne. It's no secret I've been struggling with that. We're knock on wood, we're doing pretty good right now. But it's been a bit of a fight since I've been on T. So I've also not really wanted to wear as much makeup because I've been kind of just trying to let my skin heal itself. I've really focused on skincare this year. And it's great. I'm really happy to be, like, learning to love the body that I'm in and learning to love the skin that I'm in. And that is just completely at odds with the fact that I could make the exact same video for YouTube or for TikTok, word for word, shot for shot. And if in one of them I had a full face of makeup on and, like, a cute outfit, it would do significantly better than if in the other one I just had a plain face with maybe some skincare on it and a simple t-shirt on. And what's the most frustrating for me and is making this situation the most difficult for me is actually that my partner watches a ton of YouTube. And he watches car YouTube. He's really into cars, and he also watches tech YouTube. He actually used to do stuff on tech YouTube years ago when we met in high school. Very funny. We've come full circle. And so we oftentimes watch a lot of those videos together. I've slowly become a Linus Tech Tips and a Cletus McFarlane and an MKBHD fan. But I constantly find myself thinking when I'm watching these YouTube videos that these male creators probably never feel like they have to do makeup and skincare and a full face routine in order to sit down and film. In fact, I know they don't, because I see their videos where they just whip out a camera or an iPhone to film something that's happening right in front of them or to film something that's going on. And every single time I do the same thing, I am hit with the thought of, do I look pretty enough to film this today? Do I look good enough to film this today. Even when I have days set aside in my schedule, like I usually do filming days, I'll try and film 3 or 4 videos in one day, like at a pop. And I'll wake up in the morning and I'll think, man, I'm like ready to go. I'm excited to film. I'm excited about the videos I'm doing today. And I'll think to myself, well, wait, you can't just wash your face and put on a shirt and sit down and get to filming. We need to wash our face and exfoliate and moisturize and put on sunscreen and put on concealer and put on foundation and put on eyeshadow and eyeliner and false lashes and lipstick and contour and blush. And it sucks to be sitting there ready to film and excited to film and have something that you want to share and something that you want to say. And to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that your video and your content and the stuff you have to communicate will not do as well if you don't do your makeup and make yourself look pretty first. And this is doubly hard because I have been on like a gender journey and like starting my transition this past year. And I'm really trying not to be viewed as a woman and to live my authentic life as someone who is not a woman, as someone who is non-binary and wants to be viewed as non-binary. And feeling this really immense pressure to basically perform womanhood, because it really is. It feels like putting on a performance. It feels like getting ready for a show, to do like big makeup and just to have to do any makeup to film and do stuff. It's really invalidating, and it sucks because it's not just like a feeling that I have. The metrics confirm it, right? It's not just me feeling like the general societal pressure to do makeup or like look pretty or present myself a certain way. It's like the numbers do not lie. The numbers do not lie. And I now have over a year of data that really shows that my content does significantly better when I do big makeup. On TikTok in particular, it does better when I do like alternative or like goth-ish style makeup. Anytime I do like black lipsticks and like the big swoopy brows and the huge black eyeliner with all my like little mascara smudgies around the sides, and I do my hair in the like double pigtails and I wear big ear weights, my stuff always does really good on TikTok, like consistently. And I've tried this. I've made 2 of the same video, and the big alt makeup TikTok is, you know, here for the alt girls. And it's really hard. It's really hard. And at first I just kind of accepted it as like the way things are. Like I've known that this makes a difference. I've known that like makeup and appearance, obviously it's social media, like makes a difference in my content since I started making content. And it's always bugged me a little bit. 2-3 years ago, it didn't bother me that much. Like it bummed me out, but it wasn't a big deal. But now that I'm further along in my transition, now that I really feel at home and safe and comfortable in my non-binary identity, and I'm starting to take strides to pursue that, it feels almost very invalidating to my gender identity and feels like such a struggle that male creators can pick up a phone and film themselves after they rolled out of bed, right after they got off a 12-hour flight. Like they can look not their best. They can be hungover, they can be tired, they can be sick, and their content will typically get the same amount of views regardless of whether they did that or if they did like makeup and touch up their skin and things like that. And it is not the same for female creators. And it is not the same for creators who are viewed and gendered as female. And I totally get it. Despite being non-binary, like I still have a very feminine look, and despite being on T, it's on low dose T. So not everyone looks at me and immediately goes non-binary. Plenty of people look at me and go woman. And I get it. And I'm not inherently offended when that happens, and I understand that that's how I get gendered, that's how I'm perceived, especially online. But it is this really tough it is this really tough dichotomy for me to be working so hard towards embracing myself and embracing my gender identity and just feeling comfortable in my own skin. And the videos where I'm the most comfortable and the most myself, where I'm wearing my binder, where I don't have any makeup on, where I'm just presenting in like a pretty gender neutral way, will always do worse statistically than videos where I choose to present very feminine. And what also makes me really sad is that I feel like it's sapping my love for makeup. And I haven't really done any many like funky, bigger makeup looks in a while because I just really haven't felt the connection to like have fun and play with makeup. Makeup has started to feel like this big chore to me because I have to do it to get my videos to do better and to get the content that I create out there. And as frustrating as those double standards were when I was, a female creator online, I've been out as non-binary in my personal life for a really long time, but I did not come out publicly as non-binary until after I was already creating content. As a female content creator, like, the double standard was still frustrating, but it was a double standard that I'd lived with my whole entire life as a woman. And now, as a non-binary creator, not only is the double standard still frustrating, and not only does it still, like, just really grind me that male creators don't have to think about this and don't really have to struggle with this in the same way, but now it's also a double standard that's misgendering. And it's just this 1-2 punch of discomfort. And this month it's just hitting hard, and I have this whole list of content to make this month, and I'm really excited about the videos that I have planned. Some topics that I've been wanting to cover for a bit. I have some topics that I know have been really highly requested. I have some content that's like really personal and really important for me, and I've just been struggling because I wake up in the morning and I just want to sit down and film and share this information with you and share this knowledge and this content with you. And I'm excited about spreading the information that I have and starting these really interesting conversations. And I wish I didn't feel like I had to look a certain way to do that. I wish I felt like I could just come to the table and sit down and share my ideas and have them be viewed on their merit and not on how I looked when I shared them. And I also miss having fun with makeup. I miss when I sat down and just did a really big, crazy, colorful, creative look because I was excited to do it and it was fun. I miss having a really good, like, healthy relationship with makeup that was playful and enjoyable, as opposed to the one that I currently have, which feels forced and feels stressed. And yeah. So I've just kind of been really having a hard time with that for the past quite a few months, and it's really come to a head recently. And I don't think I'm the only person who feels this way. I think a lot of us can maybe relate to both the feelings of being beholden to makeup, especially if you feel like you have to put on makeup just to, like, leave your house or go to the grocery store or go to work. And I know I've struggled with that for a long time. But also for my trans and my non-binary friends and followers, like, have any of you feel like you've lost your connection with makeup or struggle with the way you're viewed surrounding that? I know I can't be the only one. So anyway, I've done some pretty simple makeup today because I have a business dinner that I'll be going to later tonight. But I also have some content to film, and the last quite a few videos I filmed I hadn't done any makeup for, and I just kind of feel like I need to film today, and hopefully that gets the content that I'm making to reach broader audiences and get out there to more people and share the ideas that I have to share. Thanks once again for sitting down and hanging out with me. Let me vent about the stuff that's been kind of like weighing heavily on me. And I'm sure we'll sit down again soon. Hopefully the next Try to Get Ready with Me I do is less somber. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and take some time today to really appreciate and enjoy the skin that you're in, because it's perfect exactly how it is, with or without makeup. All right, have a great rest of your day. Bye.